Good evening, everyone. This is delicious Don Juan, the Texas treat, and you are listening to the Countdown City WrestleCast.
What is up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC. Joining me is that guy, Tommy.
Hello.
And we got Big Mike.
What's up, guys? 2025. Oh, no, I don't do that anymore. Let's go.
No.
I love your new gimmick as a GM.
One of these days, you're going to come up with a rhyme for it, and then it's going to have to stick for the rest of the year.
It's going to be like the last week of 2025.
And I'll be okay with that. If you just do it like the very last week, and that's just like the joke of that's it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Tommy, I know I've been there at cons when you've bought a few of these, but like, how many do you actually have?
This is. Oh wait, no, this isn't the last one that I haven't shown on the show because I bought one later that you weren't there for. So no.
You know, some people have like a safe for like guns and everything to be safe. Like Tommy has one that's all his cosplay swords and everything like that.
Oh wait, I do have the 3 swords from that Zoro uses in One Piece too. So yeah, so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I just had this like horrible like someone's breaking in. Hold on, let me get to the cupboard.
Let me get my keyblade.
Shing.
Okay, but honestly though, if you break into somebody's house, the first thing they do is come at you with a keyblade, you're gonna leave because that person is not mentally stable.
Well,
I'll just bust out my Hylian shield and let's go. All right.
And in that case, when you break, it's like, are we friends now?
Yeah,
or
right?
What's up, Angel, James, Jason? Thanks for being here, guys.
Oh, geez, Angel already started shit, calling people old man.
And I will not. You could have your order for me when you part from my cold dead hands, Angel.
Mm-hmm. Well, today we're talking about everything that went down this past weekend. It's mostly with Mike and Tommy talking because they were at United210, they were at Hybridmania, and one of them was at RCW at the Von Erich Ranch. Meanwhile, I was doing the whole birthday party and dad coach thing and all that fun stuff. So. But plenty to discuss too on the wrestling news piece of it. A lot of people leaving companies, some by choice, some not so much.
Jason, I have one of those too. It's at my parents' house.
No,
because that was a real blade, by the way.
Yeah. I want to begin this with a little bit of wrestling news locally, at least for me. I'm not going to share a whole lot of details on this, but. After we did our show last week, obviously RCW announced there were some cards subject to change issues. And as you might have seen, Don Juan did not appear on any of the shows this weekend. I'm not going to share any further details. I don't have a lot. And I just want to say that he's dealing with a serious medical issue. So asking for a lot of positive thoughts, prayers, anything you can send his way, hoping for a speedy recovery and to see him back. For those that are new to the show, I'm related to him through my wife by marriage, and he's honestly he introduced me to my wife.
Yeah.
So
I've known him longer by annoyance. So.
Yeah. Deep down, he holds a special place in my heart and my whole family. So, just a lot of prayers and positive thoughts. And Don Juan, we're all rooting for you, praying for you any way we can. You're a big staple of wrestling in this town. While you weren't at Hybrd School of Wrestling from the beginning, I think you've had a major influence on promos, among other things. Always great on the mic. So really, I know everyone's rooting for you and pulling for you. So
and you better get better because I will not tolerate this.
Yeah,
tolerate us knowing each other for nearly 20 years, and you let something like being sick. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it right now. You get better. We have more insults to throw at each other. Years worth.
Yes, you do. And there's a lot of more old ladies in the front row that need to be gyrated on. So
yeah.
It's so weird when he does that. It's like, bro, stop it.
It's a long way from when he would come out, ask a girl if she was 18, and then gyrate or move on.
Dude.
At least he was doing the legal thing back then.
Dude, that was almost like, at first I heard her say that, I was like, oh my God, please tell me he didn't ask that out loud. Please tell me he didn't ask that out loud. Please tell me he didn't ask that out loud.
You know what? At least he's appropriately aging up. So,
Yes.
That's somehow much worse.
Anyway,
no, it could have been worse if he was still asking the same old question.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You know what? You're right. I stand corrected.
No.
I stand corrected.
Hoping he gets well soon, because let's face it, the Texas treats aren't the same without him, whatever iteration you're looking at.
They're also
Especially when
annoying, though.
Especially when you got Peach Fuzz, David Teen there trying to. No.
Balding
Peach Fuzz,
Diego
I like
Renee.
So
Oompa Loompa Calentita.
Oh, here it comes 5.
yeah.
Yeah. So, don't worry. I planted that specifically because I know she's typing literally right now. So.
Well, there's a little delay from when we say it, but yeah, anyway.
I know, but but by the time she hears this, the typing's begun. So I'm just waiting.
Other news, I mentioned that people leaving companies. We'll start with the one that is leaving voluntarily, and that is Saraya making the announcement today. If you haven't seen it already, she is leaving AEW.
Yeah.
Don't know if she's going to be a part of AEW Dynasty next week, which we're going to talk about next weekend, or next week, happening next weekend. But a lot of speculation. Is she making the move to? Oh my God, there it is. Is she making the move to WWE? What do you guys think with Saraya? Is she returning as the Paige character?
I would say it's possible, because kind of like what she just did with AEW, and props to her for this. She didn't burn bridges leaving. She didn't burn bridges leaving, and she didn't burn bridges to WWE when she left there either. So I would say it's extremely possible. Sorry, Red Angel's comment. I wouldn't mind it if she did. Not one unique insult. Angel, don't make me cry.
You know, Tommy, on a side note, how did we become friends with people that defend Callie so vehemently?
I don't know so much as that we're friends, or we have a healthy respect for the hatred we have for each other.
Makes sense.
But to go back to what I was saying, I think I can see her going back. She goes back to and I think she has it in her to have another run there of some kind.
You know, she because when she left, it was when she was dealing with health issues. She couldn't wrestle. Obviously made the return to AEW, has gotten healthy, can wrestle now. So I'm sure deep down there's a lot to the Paige story she wants to tell.
Yeah.
Going back now that she's healthy enough to wrestle. And more they can do with it. A lot of quote unquote dream matches that we would like to see, whether it be an NXT or main roster. So I'm gonna hope main roster, obviously, but you know, a lot of stories to tell there too. So
I mean, if she went back to NXT, that would be kind of some poetic justice. I mean, because arguably, NXT, the women's division, wouldn't have been as successful without her. You can argue that.
For sure.
I mean, of course, there are others there, like say, of course, that they would okay, really. You call me old and say I need to be in a nursing home every single chance you get. Anyway. But like I said, you can argue others there, but Paige being there is what really catapulted to success because of her efforts. So if she went back to NXT, it would be some poetic justice on that. So
there's Heel Angel right there. So
yeah.
Other news on the side of it, people. Well, we don't know if they're leaving voluntarily, but it doesn't sound like it. TNA is moving their management around again.
No, it sounds like most of them are not voluntary.
Yeah,
according to Sean Ross Sapp, it's not voluntary at all.
Surprise, surprise! This one shocked me, and I think it shocked everybody.
Yeah,
and it's not just because I'm such a big fan of hers. Gail Kim is being let go from TNA. The TNA Hall of Famer Gail Kim, Knockouts Hall of Famer, is being let go. She has been basically the head of the Knockouts division, both on screen and behind the scenes, for years now. I mean, pretty much ever since she retired. When you think about it,
10 plus years at this point, yeah.
Yeah, and so the news breaking that at least the last day or two that she's no longer going to be in TNA. What the hell are they doing?
Well, just so you guys know, JC said before we went on that we will no longer be covering TNA events, or we won't be covering any interviews with them. If there's because of this, we're done with TNA,
I'm also shocked that it took Don Juan being sick to stop him from using the Gail Kim liner again, which I assumed was coming as like a tribute. So that's
First
how far
of
it had
all,
to go.
There's still plenty of shows the rest of the year, and that liner's still there. But yeah, I don't understand it. I think, we talked about how Bailey was the MVP for WWE during the COVID era.
Yeah.
A lot of people attribute that to Gail on the TNA side of things, keeping things going, especially with the knockouts.
Yeah.
Really being a big hand into why the knockouts division has been as great as it's been, with talent leaving the company and all that stuff like that. So it just doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, because of Gail Kim, we got the whole Dark Dimension thing with Havoc and Sue Young and Rosemary. And if that don't scream booking genius and you should never fire this person, I don't know what does.
Yeah. And just to interrupt real quick, because we're going to talk more about this later, but Joey Garibay, 100%.
Yeah, I could not agree with that statement more if I tried.
Yes, and we'll talk about why a little bit later when we get to United, but we're behind you, Joey.
Which also include a slightly funny story from me.
Okay.
Yeah, eggplant's overrated anyway. Mike, I got to ask, with this news, a lot of people are theorizing, especially with the, recently the working relationship TNA and WWE has, is WWE setting up TNA to purchase them?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the rumors too, and first of all, a couple of the things that I had heard is that, like, basically, and this sounds bad if this is the optic or this is what happens, but like, Gail Kim is basically someone who like speaks her mind, stands up for the things she believes, and doesn't just go along with the things. So, if that's a reason she was fired, and then I don't want to completely say this to speak badly on the guys, but when it's Tommy Dreamer, supposedly Tommy Dreamer's back in talent relations, and Delirious is back booking.
I did hear that.
That kind of feels like you're just going back to like the good old boys, and I don't know if that's great overall for TNA. Like, I'm not saying specifically they're horrible people by any means, but like it's like when Bruce Pritchard always seems to come back to those positions and stuff, and you're just like, can we get some new blood in there? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I'm a fan of Delirious's booking. I was in ROH. I don't mind Tommy Dreamer's booking. I don't get why Gail Kim had to be gone though, for them to come in. That doesn't make sense to me, because it seems like the other people they released. Okay, you released them, and then but why is she gone? I don't get what that has to do with anything, And now I'm kind of worried what news will come out over the next few months as to why that decision was made. It doesn't look good to me.
We'll see what people report on that. What news does come out?
That's kind of what I'm worried about. It's like, oh, that's not a good look.
But now my question too, and the next one, and this one goes without saying. Will the quality of the knockouts division, as far as the storytelling, the matches, the time that they're allotted, will that drop now that Gail's not there?
I'm scared it will.
Yeah.
And if that happens during Masha Slamovich's reign, that's just some BS, because no.
Yeah.
Give Masha the world.
And then, sorry, just you kind of asked an original question that we kind of got off on, or got off track on. I've the rumors of WWE purchasing TNA, like we said, have kind of been there. But like, what's the eventual end? Are we going to have like 4 brands? And like, WWE's already busting at the seam with talents on top of them. And everybody wanting people to come back. Yeah,
you get well. Obviously, I think if they do purchase TNA, you kind of merge that with NXT. That's the obvious choice, and it kind of I get it. I know. I don't think Anthem's letting it go. I don't see why they would.
NXT. Yeah, but I mean,
TNA, right? Didn't Jordan Grace wear that shirt or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like WWE has enough money that Anthem, even if they don't want to let it go.
Obviously, the end goal is the video library. That's a big piece of it. You can tell you can make a full documentary about AJ Styles pretty much from start to finish at this point.
Yeah.
Ultimate X at WrestleMania.
AJ Styles go.
Sean, we agree with you, but I'm pretty sure she's retired now. So
yeah, she's long retired from wrestling. Yeah. Like I said, Ultimate X at Mania. I mean, Jordan Grace did push that as an option, and who's to say it couldn't happen? Obviously not this year, but then again, you never know. But it's funny. Like when TNA first got going, it was big. Mike, I always joked with you and our friend Jesse. What if Vince McMahon created TNA as his own competition, just to kind of boost wrestling as a whole. On some
No,
level.
it was too good to
It
be
was
that.
too good. I know. Yeah.
There was too much actual wrestling.
Yeah, I know.
They were built. They while they did have a bunch of old school guys getting screen time, they built up new stars like AJ Styles and Amazing Red and Abyss. So
Unless it was like Shane or one of his underlings who like took some company money and he didn't know about it, that would be the only way that worked.
I always joke that deep down that's what he was doing, but obviously, no, I don't think that anymore. But I do think within the next few years we could see more and more of like a merger, purchase, if you will.
I do think it is possible. That being said, yeah.
Now, getting back to the Gail Kim side of things, she has long said she would never go back to WWE. The last time she was there, obviously, her last appearance on WWE TV was the infamous Divas Battle Royal, where she just got herself eliminated. They didn't even have to go over the top rope, and that was it. She was done. Now it's a new leadership. It's a new regime. Do you think she makes the move and is potentially part of the creative division for the women at WWE, whether it's an NXT or Raw or SmackDown?
Okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, okay, if that's the case, this may be forgivable. But I will say never, because we hit this whole CM Punk, Triple H, Stephanie thing going on right now, which, I mean, not bizarre, but like surprising. So I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's unlikely, but I have been proven wrong before. And if that's the case, then I would be more forgiving of this. And it would absolutely help the women's divisions of any of the shows. I would put her more towards main roster help than NXT, because NXT seems like they're fine.
Okay.
Sorry, Mike. My bad.
No, and I was going to say it actually might be a somewhat perfect storm of events, because I've heard recently that some of the women on the main roster are kind of frustrated with the booking coming into WrestleMania, that, it's focused on like 4 people, and there's not a lot of direction for the rest of them. So like, what better person to bring in to kind of give that some life? It could be. I feel like it has a potential to be a perfect storm.
I can see that, because like, does anybody really care about Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton at this point?
Other than I just don't want to see Charlotte win.
That's kind of that's kind of where I was going with that. Yeah.
And then somehow Rhea Ripley gets inserted to the Io Sky Bianca Belair thing, and it's like, how?
I don't think a triple threat with them is horrible. It's the way they've gotten there.
Yes.
The story, it doesn't make Rhea look good, which is really weird. No. And I saw some post was like, is she being punished for something? Which I don't know what it would be, but like, it doesn't make her look good. Like, after she lost the belt on Raw, she had that like social media interview where she got real emotional. A lot of people were like, oh, this is great, like character development. She's finally vulnerable.
Yeah.
But then they didn't really build on that. It's just her kind of like, I deserve to be, like, almost being like Charlotte Flairish.
She crashes the contract signing and signs it, and Shayna Baszler, among other people, is like, "Is that all we had to do? Like, I would have done that too,
And too many people made this parallel, which I don't agree with. And I know we can't really bring him up anymore, but this is what they're comparing it to. Like when the whole Shawn Michaels, Chris Benoit, Triple H thing back in WrestleMania 20, and I said that's not a good comparison, because that was also including months of years of buildup between Shawn and Hunter. And him being frustrated that, like, and even they had one more match before WrestleMania at Royal Rumble where neither one of them won, because it was a last man standing, and both of them lost. So that's why that match made sense. This one doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Jason, what's the common denominator of those two things?
Yeah,
I
mean, both of you are correct.
Well. See how this plays out. See if there's, another. Obviously, Gail's not the only one being let go, but she's the highest profile name on the management team from TNA being let go. What creative direction they go from this, and how long before TNA becomes WWE property at this point? That's what it seems like. For all we know, it could happen after next year. I think WWE is just trying to get this, and Netflix is trying to get this deal to land pay-per-views on. And then they make that move. Who knows? So
this Netflix thing has been a mess too, though. So
yeah. So, all right. real quick,
there was one. Oh, okay.
Oh, there's one more. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, there was some stuff. I don't know if you were going to move on to the shows because there was some other news I kind of wanted to mention.
Go for it.
So if you've been paying attention to social media, BFF of the WrestleCast, Izzy, who, if you guys haven't seen or haven't kind of figured out, has moved back to Florida to train because her birthday's coming up in a little over a month now.
May 1st.
And she turns 18. And obviously she's shooting to get signed, go to the PC there. But she had another online interaction with Mercedes Moné recently. And I don't know if y'all have seen this.
Yeah.
But go check out their socials. And basically Mercedes was saying something about how she was crying or whatever. And then Izzy wrote back, like, you wouldn't have sent me the flowers and whatever. And then Izzy basically said, hey, call your boss, Tony Khan, get us booked, whatever. Let's do this when at whatever thing. First of all, just want to throw this out there. Would be a hell of a way to bring Mission Pro back. She is the current champion. Just saying. But then also Mercedes was like, I'm not going to get you booked, woman. Stay poor, or something like that. I was like, damn.
Jeez.
But yeah, so that rivalry, which is crazy to say, about 10 years in the making, pretty soon.
You got to love the long-term story, long-term booking stuff that they've had, and it's something that's just organically generated.
That's just built in, right? Exactly.
Yeah. So, but yeah, obviously, Izzy's 18th birthday is May 1st. I'm pretty sure, and I can predict this over the next month and a half, we're going to see a lot of social media interaction. Don't be surprised because I know Izzy's doing this every year. She goes to Disney World for her birthday. Don't be surprised if Mercedes Moné shows up and attacks her while she's getting a picture with a princess or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So,
dude, that would be awesome.
So,
a guy named Izzy Font.
You know what? That's a good spontaneous question. What would be the best park or area of Walt Disney World Resort to have some sort of match? Let's think about it.
Teacups are always solid.
Galaxy's Edge.
A Galaxy. I mean, they haven't been there, but new part.
Yeah.
I would have said it, but now they're tearing it down in the Muppets place over there.
Yeah,
but that's kind of getting changed.
They're turning that into the Monsters Inc. area, but I was fortunate enough. We went last summer, took the kids, and I got to take them to the Muppets 3D show, and it's the same as it was when I was a kid, but they enjoyed it, so it was kind of cool to see that and to know I got to see it before they turned it down. I was like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind brawl breaking out in the middle of Pixar Alley and all the characters get involved, like Mrs. Incredible and Edna Mode being the referee, something like that.
Could they brawl inside the Epcot golf ball? Could they get up in there?
Ride. I think it's
no, I know it is. I'm just kidding.
Dude, just go around the world at Epcot. Like brawl around the world. People drink around the world, just brawl around the world.
Brawl around the world.
Yeah.
Oh, Izzy, take her to the Mexican temple, put her on the boat to go see Los Tres Caballeros.
And the mariachis will be singing outside the whole time.
There you go.
Yep. So
also,
Tommy, you're shaking your head, but this is a great idea.
It is a great idea.
Actually, I can't lie, like I wouldn't watch it. I totally would. So
also, I know you're not supposed to share like your birthday wishes, even though my birthday isn't for a few months or whatever. But I'm going to see if I can manifest this. See, another reason I would love Mission Pro to be brought back with Izzy versus Mercedes, besides the fucking awesome match it's going to be, is oftentimes Mercedes' best friends will come and support her.
I knew that's where he was going
at her shows. So, maybe hanging out by the merch table in the back, there's, just a Bailey with a hoodie on.
You want to get some Mama Margie's afterward? Yeah,
Hey,
I
mean, we've more than once been at Mama Margie's with at least once with the Mission Pro roster. So,
yeah,
just saying.
Introducing to some good Mexican food, not that California Mexican shit that they have. So, yeah. So,
Angel, WCW did have some matches there at which part of it?
Magic Kingdom, probably, right?
It was somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
So, yeah.
They were like right outside or right in the front. Yeah.
Yeah, you imagine they're just brawling down Main Street, Magic Kingdom, all the way to the castle. That'd be hilarious.
I can see that.
First person to get thrown onto the boat, It's a Small World, loses. Because you have to suffer that. Yeah.
Tell you something. Vince Russo wanted to get over, but no one ever said yes.
You see him fighting through the Hall of Presidents. All right. Well, there's a lot of ways you can go. With
10 points if you knock one down
Yeah,
specifically.
Wow.
You'd be riding Pirates of the Caribbean and seeing them fighting alongside Jack Sparrow.
Oh, watch out for the drop, though. It always takes you by surprise.
Yes, it does. It's black and everything.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, man. All right. What? Steady? Oh, come on. You disagree with me? Kali, Mexican food is not as good as what we have here in Texas, and you freaking know it. So, but anyway.
You're not wrong.
All right.
100%.
Well, before we get into discussing what happened this past weekend, Mike, you sent me the update on what's happening in the future.
Yes, sir.
Hybridmania is April 11th.
That's
That
like
is
right around the corner.
right around the corner. It is a Friday. Then we have
How are we at the end of
WrestleMania
March
weekend.
already? Sorry.
If we have WrestleMania / Easter weekend, I want to throw that out there too. Yeah, same weekend. And then Oyster Bake weekend. We got United210 on the 25th of April and RCW Mania on the 27th of April, Friday and Sunday on those dates as well. So
Only Jesus can save us from Charlotte versus Tiffany.
all right.
I was about to make a bad joke.
All right, save it for after the show.
Wait, worse than mine?
Yeah.
Kind of. Could
Okay,
be.
never mind then.
All right. Well, let's talk about United210. Obviously, I mentioned from the top, you guys are probably going to lead this discussion, but my first question, Angel, was it not April 12th? Mike, can you
Shoot, was it? Yeah, hold on. Did I write the wrong date down? Because everyone shared it. It might be the 12th. Keep talking. I'll check.
Okay. Well, my question for you is on this one, so I'll just wait for you to fix that. Anyway, United210 back at the Yard. First show of 2025 at the Yard. So, obviously, the big question coming out of this is United210 is looking for a GM. Mike, you and Tommy have put out your pitches, if you will, audition tapes, if you will. I'm sure there'll be more in the future.
That's right.
So what is going on with this scenario here? What has happened? Why do we not have a GM of United210 right now?
Well, back to the Yard, kind of kicked things off. And Rob Love kind of came out. As you know, Rob Love and Stash kind of run the thing.
Right.
And they brought out the GM. No, not at all. Sorry, I'm answering Steady's question.
Wow,
No, this is not Jay Leno and David Letterman. Throwback.
Wow.
But,
Okay.
So, yeah.
No, we're cool. Like I'm definitely down for him to win.
Mhm.
And I'm sure he would support me if I won, or we could be co-GMs, whatever. And yeah, Angel did put one out there too. And so, anyways, let's get to that because it's connected back to this. Rob came out and said, "Javi, I'm paraphrasing here. You suck. Hit the road. No one wants you here. You're banned from the locker room. Please leave."
That's what I would have said word for word.
Okay.
So then Rob said that we need a new GM. And he said, fans, if you think you have what it takes, make a video and share it to social media. And that was pretty much it. There's not been more specifics. We don't know if there's going to be a vote. We don't know if there's going to be an American Gladiator style showdown.
I lost.
One of the guys who I work with who goes to these shows now apparently wants to have a chop contest, but only with me. I don't know if he doesn't like me. I'm a little confused about that.
It sounds like he just wants to work some stuff out, and this is his excuse.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, as of right now, and then Javi is trying to trying to like get his job back. And everyone who apparently makes a video, Javi has to go comment and like trash talk on. But I want to point out, Javi, in everyone's videos that I've watched, and I've tried to watch everyone's video for this, no one has said we need Javi back.
Yeah.
I have not seen one comment. I have seen not one post said, hey, we need Javi back. And this guy has claimed that every good thing happening at United was because of him. Right? Angel, that's fair. Because those shows do got kind of late, and I like to go to sleep early. So, like, if you want to GM the later portion of the show, we might be able to make this work. Just saying.
And meanwhile, I'm a writer. I don't know what to do.
I hope that's Burnsy's audition. Just War Games. That's it. Admit it. Why should I?
Bernsey, send in a video, and that's all you say. That's all. Don't say anything. Just say War Games and end the video, and I will still vote.
Whoever has the best Regal impression gets the job.
War Games.
You know, I think she's right. I can't find it now. Of course, I'm looking for it, but the 12th Saturday seems like make way more sense than the Friday. So I guess I wrote the date down wrong.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Well, it's that weekend. That's all we know.
Yeah. But it is their Hybridmania. And apparently that Monday, Ultimo Dragon is at Hybrd for a seminar. So feels like he may be at Hybridmania, which is crazy.
Cool. So we are on the hunt for a GM with United210. That's essentially where we're at right now. Everyone is Bernsey. I'm on it. Great. Can't wait to see it. First of all, I think this is an awesome idea for them to do this, just to see how many audition tapes they get. And people, I really hope this works its way up. So random people that are like mainstream in the business might send their own audition tapes down, see what happens there. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
I found it, Mike. It is the 12th.
Okay, that makes more sense, actually. I guess
Angel.
In my head, I had the wrong date.
Yeah.
Oh, the seminar's on the 13th, the day after. That's Sunday.
Oh, it's on Sunday. Oh, okay. That makes more sense, too.
All right.
I don't know why I'm missing a day there.
Sorry,
old people need some sleep, so.
Praise the Lord.
It's the rain. Rain's messing our brains up. So, yeah. All right. Anything else major happen at United210?
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
a whole lot of stuff happened.
Yeah.
We do have new tag team champions for one. Sons of the Gulf Coast, which is Jacob Toa and Chaos Galvan. No longer a child, apparently. Chaos Galvan.
Didn't need Don Fernando. Sorry, I'm going to shoot on this until I can't anymore because
I know. They did defeat Living in Fashion, which obviously we're big Living in Fashion fans. But Toa and Galvan, they're all right. They're pretty cool.
Yep.
So it was a good match. We got new there. Yes, dates. Exactly.
Okay.
Wow.
First of all, Steady, if this is anything like the Great Spider-Man debates, this will be fucking TV gold. If you don't know what we're talking about, go back onto the Countdown City Geeks YouTube, look up the Great Spidey debate parts 1 and 2, and those are just fantastic, and you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyway.
Yeah, Tommy, here's going to be our debate. Should we just make sure Javi never comes back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, agreed.
Cool. I don't know who won the debate. Yeah.
So do we win? Do we win?
So that happened. As we talked about, there was a surprise match, and this is what's pissing me off about Javi. He claims all of this was his doing. But Khan was in town, stopped by, and they had an impromptu match. Well, not impromptu, but like we didn't know it was going to happen. So Hit came out, and we're like, we don't remember seeing Hit on the card we shared last Wednesday. I wonder who he's fighting. Well, guess who comes out but Khan? So, hell of a match. Hit can definitely hang with big guys as well as small guys. He is going to be a problem sooner rather than later.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't just mean in Texas. I mean on the national scene.
Yep.
Nice.
They had a great match. Khan did beat him that night, but it was a hell of a match. What else do we have from the show?
Casey retained, as far as I understand.
Casey
Right?
retained.
Yeah. In a triple threat.
Casey retained. Epi retained.
Oh, Maya World beat Misa Kate. He's now the number one contender.
Yeah, interesting.
Yep.
Dead Man's. Who won that tag match? Was it Dead Man's Hand?
I think I missed that one. I think I wasn't there yet.
Okay, Jason, remind me, who won the triple threat? Oh, because you know what? I think, here's what happened. Dead Man's Hand has 3 members. Toxic Tour has 3 members. It's Pac Ortega, Rilo the Riot King, which I've never seen him in a riot, and the guy whose name I always forget. I think Prince is in there, and he kind of looks like he could be a male stripper on the Gulf Coast. They had 3 people. Purple Haze had 2 people. I'm pretty sure Purple Haze won because the other two teams started using Freebird rules in the middle of a match, and literally, the third man just started coming in and getting involved, and like the ref couldn't disqualify them. So, but I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, that Purple Haze wound up with that win, despite that. My World Mr. Kate was a hell of a match, and I'm sure Tommy finds it funny that Callie wasn't involved in the number one contenders match. Mm-hmm. Because of that's what it was. Because of Don Juan being out, they took Alex Arsenal out of Team Texas Kingdom, he had a one-on-one match with King Cobra. Is that what he goes by, right? Yeah. For his international title. I mean, for his for his RCW title. Yeah. And he beat him on that one. Bernsey already posted.
Bernsey, bro, you were fast, dude. Nice.
What else? Epidemius Jr. had the match with Jackie Lee, like you said, which is a hell of a match, too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then starting his weekend of losing to Casey Black Rose, Joe Alonzo, also known as John Alfredo or James Alabama. Lost, as did Eddie Martinez. So Nastico's guys, and this may be what happened at the end of the show, are now 0-3 on a losing streak to Casey Black Rose specifically. Because they lost at the last show. That was Angel Camacho losing the belt to Casey last November. Mm-hmm. And then at Mamba Bash 3, it was a one-on-one with Eddie Martinez. Casey beat him. And now he wins in the triple threat. Nastico. Now, apparently this pissed him off because in the main event, Texas Kingdom, Texas Treats, No Surrender, they basically just fought all over the yard. Yeah. Okay, what's about to happen is Tommy's going to laugh, Angel's going to get mad in the chat, and I'm going to be as nicely as respectful as possible. Callie legit got like a broken nose in this match. Pretty sure it's because of Rob Love. Rob Love does seem to enjoy going after her in wrestling matches they're involved in. He was hitting her with a trash can lid, and we think that's where it may have happened. So she was like bleeding from the nose, like she was off on the side for a bit.
So is this like a JBL Blue Meanie type thing that's going on here? Like what the hell's going on?
I don't know.
Okay.
But she did get back involved for what it's worth. I'll give her credit, and
I'll give her credit. She fought through it. I'll give her credit.
And Chris Marvel did help her get some revenge and hold Rob Love there while she took some shots to his head with the trash can lid. But in the end, the Texas Treats were successful. The Texas Kingdom was successful in vanquishing the Treats, and they came away with the victory. After that, speaking of Hit, we were just singing your praises, buddy.
Yeah.
What's up, man? We were talking about your awesome match with Khan at the United show.
James said in the comments somewhere, he said that was probably the match of the night.
James called it the match of the night. We can't argue with that, man.
Everyone's saying, I've seen that in the comments. I want to try and see if it ever comes out. But Hit, I got to ask, is it going to be you and Khan the rest of 2025? I think we all want to see this for the rest of the year. Can we just get like that everywhere? Is that possible? I'll give you time to type that out. So
I'm sure Hit's down for it. He's like,
I'm sure Hit be down for that, like just everywhere.
Just the best of 23. I don't know. Just pick a number. Just y'all go at it. Yeah.
They're probably gonna post it on their YouTube page pretty soon,
if not already. Yeah, you might want to check it.
Actually, you know what? That's a good.
Check it out.
And Hit, if you're listening still, I want to reiterate what I said earlier. You're not only going to be a problem on the Texas stage coming forward here, you're about to be a problem on the national stage, and we're all here for it.
Yep.
So
sure.
But yeah, so anyways, after the Texas Kingdom won and we're celebrating, Nastico comes back out, and we knew something was wrong because we could smell him coming.
Oh, the match is up already. Sorry.
Okay,
cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then Angel Camacho, one of the 37 Camacho brothers. We don't know which one. We don't know their names. There's a bunch of them. Eddie Martinez came back, and then an African-American man who was with the Camachos. I don't know if his last name's Camacho. I don't know if it's like a Dudley situation.
Yeah.
Right. And this guy, so they came in and attacked the Kingdom. Camacho did splash both Stash and Ridley, which Jason and Tommy had to hold me back there.
Yeah.
But
So
Toxic. Oh, okay. Maybe Toxic Tour didn't win. That's right, because they were like all in the ring afterwards.
okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, and then they started tearing down the ring, and they were like, "We're shutting you down. You're never having a match again." And we're like, "We're going to be back here next month." I don't know. So they're
Maybe they get
attacking
into the
some-
ring. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah,
No,
so they attack people.
I just think I think Angel Camacho thought there was a burrito underneath the ring mat, so he just pulled it up real quick and he
that to him. And Tommy, do you want to share what? Okay, I didn't want to say it, Jason, even though it was my joke. Do you want to share what the African American gentleman did with you while you were yelling at them and cussing them? Being Tommy.
What did he do specifically? Like he tried to get in my face and everything.
He got in your face. He grabbed your jacket collar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was. He grabbed my jacket collar. He wasn't gonna do nothing. What's funny is about that is I actually do know him. I just ain't seen. His name's Nate Collins. I just ain't seen Nate in so many years. I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah.
I forgot that he's tagging with Eddie now. I knew that, but my brain didn't make the connection.
And I know Eddie Martinez is called the Power Glider, but isn't that like a sugar glider? Isn't that like the little squirrel that flies and jumps off things?
Sugar glider. I guess so.
That's what's in my head.
It doesn't matter because after Mike said that, from that moment on, Eddie Martinez was Rocky and Nastica was Bullwinkle. So that was just kind of the joke there.
I like that analogy better. So
yeah.
Yeah, Brandon. And by the way, think about the matches the Treats in the Kingdom just had. I can't even imagine what's going to have to take place for the Nasty family and Texas Kingdom to go at it now. So that yard might not survive season 3.
No.
Yeah, seriously.
All right. Well, moving from the yard into the school, the Hybrd School of Wrestling had a record-breaking attendance night on Saturday.
Yeah, it was packed.
It was, dude. Jeez Louise.
I really hope the fans were working overtime because I know it was starting to get warm. I know because our kids were playing like 90-degree heat on Saturday. Yeah. But yeah, this has been a lot of positive reviews coming out of this show. A lot of awesome things that I've heard. Still, this felt like I said, we didn't pack as a Buc-ee's, so this was all in the same wrestling universe here for the next 3 nights. This was night 2. We'll talk more about that later, Tommy. But anyway, I'm
mad that makes so much sense. I'm so angry.
Major news coming out of Hybrd, guys. The road to Hybridmania. This is the last event before their big Hybridmania event. So, what's some of the fallout from the Hybrd experience?
It's good.
I was gonna say, one interesting thing that happened was Brandon Weiss did lose to Chase Owens. So
he did.
I don't know what that means for.
And the reason that's interesting is because Brandon is technically the #1 contender to Casey's belt. Do we get a triple threat at Hybridmania now?
Oh boy!
Does Chase have a say in that? Very interesting.
Could happen. I mean, we're getting triple threats at WrestleMania for crying.
Also, I'm pretty sure that I wound up with one of Vice's hair clips, along with a
someone's hair tie. I can't remember who.
A hair tie.
Yeah.
Was it my daughter's? I know she wasn't there. She loses hair ties all the freaking time. So.
I mean, if it was there from a couple shows ago, maybe.
Or if it materialized from where y'all were to there, which, by the way, not saying that's impossible.
Yeah, no kidding.
Some of the most random spots I find. It's crazy. So, yeah.
Dude, anyway. I thought I kept up with my hair ties, but but like the fact that I keep losing them, I'm like, how is this remotely possible?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
And Tommy, I assume we're going to try to get front row seats again, but if we don't, you need to try to get there before like 7:30, with it being this crowded. Just saying.
You're right. I'll give you that.
Start putting seats in the rings again. So I mean, yeah.
A few other things they've got going on. They started technically pre-show with a couple of young rookies, literally. Brock Ali, who is 16. And had the crowd cheering from the moment he walked out. He is super over there.
Wow.
Because he's a tall, athletic kid. He's going to be one hell of a wrestler, keeps us up. Against another kid who had a whole bunch of talent, Jaden Valentino. Both of them basically, technically, I guess their second match, maybe their third. I mean, there was like the tag team match when they were technically Towboy and Merch Guy. There was the match in the cage with K-Jax. I guess their first official singles match. But yeah, they had a hell of a match. Brock Ali took the win eventually with a 450. But they are both athletic. They got a ton of talent. Yeah, it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tommy, Jason calling you out for this.
I saw that just now. Wow.
That is an interesting question. We mentioned they had a record-breaking crowd. I've seen the pictures. It looked like there was no more room left to bring people in.
Yeah.
But then again, we're Mexican. We find a way. I want to say with Ultimo Dragon coming in, are they going to have to move to a bigger venue? Because
I mean, it's like 3 weeks away. I don't know if they have time.
I'm sure you could rent a gym somewhere, but I mean, that's going to be hard to hold everybody in that place.
Okay. So I feel like that's going to be when the first time they have to officially say we're sold out.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Okay.
But Ultimo Dragon, yeah.
So what else do we have from the show? Dead Man's Hand as a trio won a 6-man match against Houston Hendrick, Jack Black, and Jackie Lee. Diego Rene defeated the Lost Boy Nick Rodriguez, who I wasn't sure if he was like a distant cousin or not. But we did cheer for him because he was facing Diego Rene.
But you didn't confirm that he's not a distant cousin. So.
No, exactly.
So
Living in Fashion beat Animo, and it wasn't Dandy Vintage. Who took his place?
It was. What was it?
It was a new guy, but what was his? No, was it?
Yeah, no, it was a new guy, but I can't remember his name.
Aramis? No, is it Aramis something?
I can't remember his name.
All right, Jason, if you remember, let us know. The guy that teamed with Animo. Living in Fashion picked up the win there. Like we said, Chase Owens beat Brandon Weiss. It was a hell of a match. It was supposed to be Chris Marvel versus Crowley. It wound up being David Kidd versus Crowley. Marvel came out and attacked him, and basically they, got a DQ win for Crowley. But he was attacked viciously, and then he left his shoes in the ring. Crowley did.
Yeah.
So we're not sure if he may not be back for a while or something.
Yeah, officially, from what I am to understand, that was his last match, at least for a while. He has other things coming up. Good things, by the way. I can't say what, but good things in his life coming up that will keep him out of the ring for a while. So
Okay. Well, hey, whatever it is, best of luck. I hope it's nothing too serious. I hope it's a positive thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a totally positive thing. It's just that he will not be wrestling for a while, and
Okay.
Of course I can't say more. But yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. Cool.
So then we also had Key Vibes, Vert Vixen, and Ridley Thorne defeated the team of Kelly and Tita, Missa Kate, and Celine Hysteria. And I don't know. What does Key Vibes call her version of like the stroke or the skull crushing finale?
Isn't it like the metal crash, something like that? I thought.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, she hit that on Callie, which, considering she had the broken nose, probably wasn't good for her. But she did have the Cody Rhodes mask, like we said earlier. So there was.
How long does she keep the mask right now? That's just a good question here.
She didn't have it. She didn't have it at the Von Erich Ranch.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's no fun.
I still laughed.
That needs to be like the next 2 years.
Yeah, I know, but I still laughed in her face though.
You did laugh.
No, I mean at the Von Erich Ranch, I laughed in her face.
Oh,
Yeah.
So was there a Buc-ee's on the way to the Von Erich Ranch?
No.
No, not yet. Okay. All right.
No, because I was thinking. I said yes, but no, they're building one in Bulverde.
Okay.
So
Bulverde, not Bernie. That's right.
There's not one Bernie, and again, you said yet. They're because they're putting a lot of stuff along.
They are.
I-10
They are.
there,
so yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
Just thinking about Kelly again, and
Texas. So it wound up also because of Don Juan being out. The tag team match went from a fatal 4-way to a triple threat.
Yep.
But Texas Kingdom, Robin Stash took the belts back. Took them for Powerhouse Syndicate. So good for them. We got new tag champs.
In my head canon, it's because Hip was like, dude, I had to fight Khan last night. I'm still in pain.
That's fair. Speaking of Khan, though.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Khan versus Jesse Funaki, and Jesse Funaki pulled off the upset victory.
This is what everyone seems to be talking about.
Yeah.
This one. Yeah.
Bro.
I'm sure Hit would like to say he softened him up for Jesse. So
Which, to be fair, could have some kernel of truth to it. I can't even lie.
yeah.
Good, but still, that's a huge one for Young
Yeah.
Funaki. So.
And it was kind of interesting because after Khan got up, he was obviously pissed. He grabbed him and looked like he was about to punch him in his face, and he stopped. And then it's like he calmed down, and then he shook his hand.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
But me and Mike both made the joke of Khan just casually walking into San Antonio, having 2 match of the year contenders, and just like leaving. That's like yeah, I'm going down to San Antonio and have 2 of the best matches these guys have ever had, and I'm just going to leave after that.
and then in the title match, 2 nights in a row, Casey Blackrose defeats James Alabama.
John Alfredo, dude. God, say his name right.
It's one of those.
Yeah, he talks a lot of crap, but he lost. And then he tried to make Vance carry him to the back. But I think Vance eventually just dropped him. So,
Like so many before him.
yeah.
All right.
Jason, did you really use that term?
Yeah, I thought that was funny too. Brandon, we had Khan for like 2 or 3 solid years down here, man, and so.
Oh yeah, there's that one video too of Khan chopping Jesse when he's on the top rope.
Oh, boy.
Oof,
Bruh,
that
good
resonated.
Lord.
I mean, if you're gonna win this match, it better make it worth it, right? So. All right, so we went.
Jesse Bunaki's gonna look like Kofi Kingston before he even gets to WWE.
Damn.
We went from the yard to the school, now on to the ranch, which apparently, Tommy, you were there. It went so successfully well. RCW has already announced they're going to be back there in July.
And I can't believe we're going back that fast. So I
Yeah,
can't believe
July
I can't believe I have to already get ready to buy front row tickets again.
Man.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to go to this one. So
Okay. First, good drive out there. It's way out. It's way out, but it's a nice drive. It was good scenery and everything. If I was in a horror movie, I probably wouldn't make it past the credits. But it was a good drive.
Oh my gosh.
The atmosphere immediately was really cool because apparently they do use that venue for like weddings and stuff, from what I heard.
Wow.
So because it's so funny because you could see their house when you pull up, because it's of course the venues over here. The house is like and everything. You see their house. When I got there, Ross and Marshall were driving Kevin on like a buggy, like up the road from their house to go to the venue so he could start doing the meet and greet. It was so hilarious to me.
Wow.
It's 2 hour drive for me. Bernsey, buy me one, please. LOL. What the heck, Bernsey? Bernsey. Okay, Bernsey. Because it's in July, right? July 6th.
July 6th is the next time they're there.
Okay, whenever they go on
July
sale,
4th,
if you're in for real, let me know. We'll see what we can we can work out. Anyway, all right. Back to what I was saying. Okay, so you get there and everything, and get in line immediately and stuff. So because the early line that was all for Kevin Von Erich, of course, and of course that line was insane. And I'm saying that's like over. That was like the 150 for the meet and greet.
Those pictures are everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. but yeah, it's like it was totally worth it. He's sweetest guy, nicest guy. Just was talking to everybody, personable with all the fans and everything like that. Super cool. And Tully Blanchard was there. Was also awesome. Was also super cool and everything. So yeah. And again, the show hadn't even started yet. So,
whoa, Bernsey, what? I mean, I know what you're referencing.
I know what he's referencing too. That's why it's like, bro, it wasn't that far in the Boondocks. Anyway, now if I did see a mountain and river, I was turning around. I didn't give a damn. So, what did I say? What the opening match was? I messaged.
You did. Hold on. Although that chat has had so much other stuff since. But
I'm gonna scroll up real quick. I think Casey defending against. No. Was it? It was. Oh, crap! What was first?
Love it.
You see, if I was smarter, I'd have pulled this up earlier.
We've never been accused of being smarter.
I mean, fair. I'd have more books done if that was the case.
Alex retained against Vice.
Thank you. I found it as soon as you said it.
We're scrolling at the exact same page.
And Brandon, thank you for that. I am sorry I was not better prepared. But yeah, Alex retained against Vice because Casey got involved. Casey, because also by the way, this card was also subject to change because Don Juan wasn't, feeling well, and again, hope he gets better soon.
Mm-hmm.
And so Casey got involved and distracted Vice, which led to Arsenal getting the win. Great first match, though. By the way, and of course, it was. There was the Von Erich ranch. I won't say like everyone above and beyond for the show, but it did feel like everyone was at the top of their game because they were at the Von Erich ranch. And again, I get it. So, Alex retained against Vice. Casey defeated K-Jax despite Vice getting involved, because Vice did get involved, but Casey won anyway. And the funny part was, Vice got involved pulling the referee out of the ring, and then took off Vance's shirt, and then put the referee shirt on himself to ref the match. And I screamed several times, "That's not how this works! That's not how this works!"
James, thanks for coming in this much, man. Have a good night.
Yeah, man. Good
See you
night.
later.
There, James. Thank you.
So Vice retained and everything. Next match was, unfortunately, Callie did get a win last weekend. I guess even a broken clock is right twice.
But how many managers did it take?
4. I mean 2. I'm sorry, but it felt like 4 because Natsuko is easily 3 people. Callie and Emmy defeated Ridley and Key because J-Wave and Natsuko were present. Let alone they're interfering in general. But yeah, of course, I did have to point out how there were like on Callie and NBC, there was one real champion and one with a question mark. Just saying, no one's ever disputed Emmy's title reign.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
And the other RCW Women's Champions in El Salvador right now, so
yeah.
Defending the belt internationally.
Yeah. JC, I think your camera's frozen.
hang on.
Okay.
Oh damn! I didn't even notice.
I think I know somebody said okay the last time. I think his camera's frozen. Okay. Next up, and this is going to have implications for RCW Mania directly, is Anthony Andrews defeated Angel Camacho by countout. By the way, I messed with Angel Camacho because I said, "Oh, the one show that you were actually booked on this weekend, so just crashing everybody else's shows." And then,
and what did he say?
Well, he just yelled at me for being a fan and sitting over here, and of course I fired back with, "Yeah, but I'm in the RCW Hall of Fame and you're not." And by the way, I used that against Callie too. I was like, "Yeah, but of the two of us, who's in the Hall of Fame? Gosh, it's all if I can put my finger on it. Who's in the Hall of Fame and you're not?" So,
you better be careful. She is going to bite your ankle one of these days.
Yeah, well, and until she goes in the Hall of Fame, which, by the way, I fully accept will happen someday. I'm not like an idiot thinking like, oh, she won't. No, she's going in, but I'm there first. I don't care. So, and as long as I have these bragging rights, I shall. So, he lost by counter because Living and Fashion, they came out because Angel Camacho attacked them at Hybrd the night before.
Yeah.
And they came out, distracted him, and he hit both of them, right? And he was outside there not brawling because that would lead to DQ because the match is still going. He tried to get back in the ring, but what the referee couldn't see was Zakai grabbed Angel's feet and kept him from getting back in the ring. And Anthony Andrews won by count out. Angel, I'm gonna bite. Okay, you know what? You and the other Chihuahua just calm down. All right, y'all just chill out a little bit, okay? So, you and the Incredible Shrinking Woman. Anyway,
together they are 6 feet of fury.
4.5.
You think if everybody collectively played the sound of a doorbell, they would just start going off when you're in the middle of a show? You said Chihuahua.
I'm gonna try that now just to see what they do.
Like, I bring that up because whenever they have Bark in the Park days at like Major League ballparks, they all play like ring camera alerts, and all the dogs just start going crazy. So it's kind of funny.
Yeah. I laugh harder at that because my cousin, may she rest in peace, she had a Chihuahua when we were teenagers, and I didn't hate Sugar, but she was on my last nerve more often than not because every time that damn doorbell rang,
man,
Chihuahua went crazy.
The smaller they are, the louder they are. So,
seriously.
Yeah.
Next up was Miranda Gordy and Gia Michelle, and okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Who's Chew?
I'll bite you. Yeah, a little accent to it. I bite
funny.
you.
That one was, I won't say the most hard hitting match of the night, but I will say, wow, Angel.
Anyway,
Someone take the soda away from her.
but it was a hard hitting match. They and a shout out of course to Miranda Gordy coming out, very very much keeping in Texas tradition. Show at the Von Erich Ranch. A Freebird had to show up. So and Miranda Gordy, awesome as always. Gia Michelle, they killed it. No,
was she a face or a heel?
Gia was the heel.
Okay.
Yeah. Gordy was.
I mean, I know in general Miranda's like one of the nicest people you ever meet.
Yeah,
but she was a Freebird at a Von Erich Ranch, so I was just curious.
But to be fair, she wasn't fighting the other Von Erich, so
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Although her and Ross are probably a better match than I'm thinking it would be actually.
Okay, at some point, we need a 6-man intergender tag team with the Von Erichs and Miranda, right? Like we need to unite the Von Erich Freebird.
100%.
We need to unite that legacy.
And I think I should tag Brendan Oliver in that and just say, dude, let's just do the right thing and just make this happen.
Asterisk, it was Big Mike's idea.
I'll hashtag it. I don't even care.
Wow, Bernsey.
Jesus.
Wow. Bernsey coming with the heat. And actually, Mike, I am going to tag you because you've been coming up with a lot of wrestlers' best ideas lately. So I think you should get a lot of credit.
Yeah, and I don't mind sharing them. They just come to my head. I don't know, share them. But yeah, like a Von Erich and Gordy intergender 6-person tag, uniting those two legacies, that'd be awesome.
Yep, I agree. The next match was. Chris Marvel and David Teen, they beat Epi and Jesse Funaki, of course, with shenanigans because again J-Wave was there. Rob Love retained against Diego Rene. Thank God, because if I have to listen to Diego Rene as RCW champion, I might just have to stab myself. The Von Erichs defeated the Pillars of Destiny to retain the tag titles, and Kevin Von Erich himself got involved, applying the claw to Titan. Which, by the way, was the coolest moment for me because that happened less than a foot from in front of me. Because I have to row, and literally it was happening directly in front of me. And in my face, I was like, I just saw Kevin Von Erich do the claw in front of me. This might be the greatest day ever.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
how much were the front row this time? Was it 50?
50? I think it was 50.
Okay.
Yeah, or something like that. But
also, yeah, Angel Marie, we can tell.
Yeah. Also Kevin Von Erich, I'm sure you guys see the pictures, but this bears saying out loud the gentleman that he is. When Ellie was leaving the ring after announcing he helped her down the stairs. I know it's a small thing, and of course he's a nice guy, but it's just it was such a cool thing for him to do. I just want to give him props because he's Kevin freaking Von Erich. I'm gonna give him all the props I want because he was so nice. He let us into his house. Well, next to his house. Close
enough. It's on the property.
So,
yeah.
So all in all, dude, it was a solid show, and everyone was having a great time. The RCW faithful did not disappoint. It was just a fun show. I said Rob Love, not Rob Lowe, Bernsey, didn't I? I said Love, didn't I?
We know what you meant.
It's one letter away in the alphabet. It's fine.
Fair. Yeah. I meant Rob Love, and it's entirely possible I said Rob Love. I just didn't even notice it. But anyway, great show. It was the atmosphere was super cool. You could tell diehard fans were there. The opportunity to meet Kevin Von Erich was just and
to see wrestling. I mean, it sounds like just that opportunity. There might be a lot of people there that weren't familiar with RCW at that point.
Oh, actually, you know what? There were quite a people who had said what's this what's promotion is this and that kind of thing. They weren't really aware of RCW. Yeah, you're right.
It's for always know something like this can introduce people to local independent wrestling again, all over.
Yeah,
again.
well, so I know one couple I talked to. They came in from Austin just because they heard about getting to meet Kevin.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Wait, are you saying that Brandon Oliver is a smart wrestling promoter
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, we can't do that. It's kind of the same thing as like when Swerve just recently gave props to Roman Reigns, saying nice things about people in wrestling when you don't directly work for them just doesn't make any sense. So
Yeah.
since we don't work for Brandon Oliver, we can't give him props for being a good promoter and good marketing skills and doing good business decisions. Just like we can never ever give WWE credit for doing anything good. We can't do that. It's not right.
All right. Well, hell of a triple shot in San Antonio. Future shows again. April 12th is Hybrid Experience's Hybridmania. April 25th, United210's next event at the Yard. And April 27th is River City Wrestling's RCW Mania. So,
sweet.
All right. Well, with that, let's move into our 1 minute warning segment here. Mike, do you have something this week?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. I'm just going to continue on from stuff we were talking about earlier.
All right,
guys, United210 is an amazing show. As I said in my little GM video, the vibe you get there and what it's kind of become is amazing. And please understand this. I will speak slowly and eloquently. None of that has to do with Handsome Javi. Okay? That is because of Rob and Stash. That is because of the wrestlers he brings in. Okay? I did get a little upset because Handsome Javi's going on everyone's videos now and trying to trash talk, which is fine because it's fun, right? He's a heel GM character. I get that. But he did leave one comment on mine where he basically tried to say that he created the opportunity so that great wrestling stories could be told. And that if I thought that the good guys winning squash matches to a title was what I enjoyed, then I don't know a dang thing about wrestling. Handsome Javi, first of all, decide if you're going to be in character or not. Are you going to be in kayfabe or are you going to break kayfabe? Make a decision. Also, please do not ever question my love of wrestling or my knowledge of wrestling. I guarantee I've been watching it longer than you. And I've seen all kinds of stuff. And let me reiterate, not one comment on anyone's video from United to Dustin Ford to Opie to everyone else who's made a video, Angel's video, my video, Tommy's video. No one has said bring Javi back.
Mm-hmm.
Not one.
All right.
And my thing is, who had a squash match to a title? Who was he talking about?
I don't know. Like, I guess, so, what happened last year was Little Evil was hurt, right? He had to give up his title, and Javi literally handed it to Angel.
And then Casey had to beat Angel's big ass. I was like, who the fuck? Like, how was that easy?
And again, you want to go out of kayfabe for a while. I get that it's a great thing for Casey to have to overcome. But if you're going to be the heel character GM, don't try to take credit for that storytelling. Like you would, I knew Casey would have to eventually beat this man. So, stop. You can't have it both ways. Get out of here.
All right. Tommy, you got something this week?
Yeah, dude. It'll be kind of quick, though.
All right. Go for it.
This is actually kind of a selfish plug here because this weekend I'll be at More Phenomenal Expo hosting so far just 2 panels and doing interviews. So if you are in the Wonderland of Americas, aka Crossroads Mall area, stop on by. It's happening Saturday and Sunday, 12 to 5 both days. Power Rangers from Ninja Steel, SPD, In Space, and a Lightspeed Rescue will be in attendance, and it's going to be a good time. Shout out to More Phenomenal Expo for the opportunity again. Love those guys. They're so awesome. And see you guys out there.
All right. For mine, I'm just going to say this. We've had a lot. Oh, my God. Why is this not working?
Uh-oh.
There it goes.
Thank God. Okay.
We as wrestling fans have seen a lot of weird and crazy crossovers. But in the video game universe of things, we might have seen one of the weirdest ones. Look, all I'm going to say is
I know what this is because
this is a trailer for the new Fatal Fury City of the Wolves game coming out in less than a month.
Okay.
And they just announced who the new character is going to be. I really wish B Ninja was in the chat for this one. But I'm just going to play it. I'll get y'all's reaction after.
Okay, this is not what I thought it was, so let me see.
Okay, Mike, I wonder what you thought it was after this. But yeah.
Okay.
a legend. And now, a fighter. Let's know it. That was fun.
That was not anywhere close.
You could have given me 10, 15, 20 guesses. I still would not have got that right.
Okay. We've seen a lot of crossovers in wrestling. We've seen a lot of crossovers of videos between like Street Fighter, Tekken, Fatal Fury. Cristiano Ronaldo in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Never thought I'd see real life people in a fighting game. But yeah, I've already seen the comments. Like, it looks interesting. There's been another gameplay video out there. It's like a minute and a half. And I showed my kids this, and my daughter does the Sue celebration randomly. B Ninja, I wish you were on this chat. I want to get your reaction to this. But guys,
I have so many questions. Like, immediately.
The game comes out April 24th. They're beta testing it this coming weekend. It's for free beta test. If you have a PS4, PS5, Steam, Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. I don't think he's going to be on the demo this weekend, but still, I've been waiting for this game. It's a sequel to Goro Mark of the Wolves, which came out in 1999, guys. So I'm like super excited.
Okay, I was going to ask about that. Wait, are you serious? Is
yeah,
that?
It's finally a sequel to Goro Mark of the Wolves.
Oh my god.
Okay, Burns, you say that. They've already got a wrestler in there, T-Zoc, and T-Zoc's in there, and he's supposed to be in the demo this weekend, so I'm excited for that. Don't be surprised if there's more DLCs that come out later, guest characters, but
and his name is John Cena. Oh,
but Cristiano Ronaldo in there, I'm like, wow, this is wild. This is a crossover that no other company's ever done. Something like that, it's just crazy.
In all fairness, everywhere but America, that's probably huge.
Oh yeah, I know.
Fair.
My son's already wondering when Lionel Messi is going to be in this thing, but yeah, go ahead.
What I thought it was going to be was the Joe Hendry and what is it, the other shooter game, PUBG Mobile or
yeah,
because I was like, oh, you like Joe Hendry? It's wrestling related. Did not see this coming.
I'm shocked.
Look, if you're interested in this game at all, try it. There's a free beta test this weekend. If you have a PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X or S, a Steam, Epic Games, it's a free download this weekend. It's coming out. They're just doing a lot of network testing, and they got a good cast of characters, and they're going to have the training mode available. Give it a shot if you want to see what this game's all about. But yeah, I'm excited for it. We've been clamoring for a sequel to Goro for decades now. Yeah, it's showing my age. So
I forgot that even was a thing.
Yeah, but April 24th is when the game comes out. April 24th, and some of the funny comments is like, "Yeah, my main is Cristiano Ronaldo" is a phrase I never thought I would say.
Yeah, like for real. Like,
so,
okay, you know what's funny? If you had to show me that, there was no way I would have guessed that that's what you were talking about. Like, I'd have been like, "What are you talking about, dude?"
Yeah. Steady, you beat me to it. We've hit the 2,000 subscribers mark on the Countdown City Geeks YouTube page, guys. I don't know if you guys were aware of that.
Wow.
We hit the 2,000 threshold. Yeah, I noticed that.
I was not.
So, appreciate it, Steady. Thank you. So,
go us.
Yeah, go us. All network. We're doing a lot of fun stuff. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this week's episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. Next week, we're going to talk about AEW Dynasty. And whether or not we get the team of Tony Storm and Thunder Rosa again, because let's face it, Thunder Tits is a great tag team name, and I really hope we get to see that in the future.
She said with her whole chest, she looked at the camera, she had a choice of words to use, she had an entire dictionary of words to pick from, and the words that woman decided on were Thunder Tits, and I have not known peace since.
You saw the promo against Megan Bain. This is tame compared to what
she looked at the camera. in
You got
the
Renee
net of
Paquette to break
everyone's
character.
eyes.
Oh,
Renee
yeah.
couldn't hold it, so yeah.
I'm surprised Thunder held it in.
Oh,
she
my
was
God.
she was all in on that. She loves that.
You know they were just trying to break Renee.
Because, like, okay, pulling back the curtain a little bit, since hey, the couple times I got here, Thunder Rosa is a jokester.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised she even remotely kept it together. I don't care if she knew what she was gonna say beforehand. I'm surprised she kept it together and it just
For
fall out
all we know, it
immediately.
might have been Thunder Rosa's idea for the name, but she
And
didn't
I
choose to
wouldn't
deliver
be
it.
shocked at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean.
For sure. So, anyway, we'll Thunder treats and training. It's great.
Oh, don't make them cool.
Oh, that would be Thunder Rosa have to join the Texas Treats though.
Well, yeah. Thank you.
It would make them
everybody.
100% cooler.
It would make them 100% cooler. That's true.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this week's episode. We'll definitely catch you next week. Over here, we got Tommy.
Thanks, guys.
We got Mike.
Thanks, guys. Be good to each other.
And I'm JC. As always, heels and baby faces. Remember, pro wrestling is real. People
Ooh.
And,
Na 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 na